The Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) on agriculture, signed in Nigeria during the Afro Investment Caribbean Summit and attended by members of the St. Kitts Nevis government, marks a significant step in fostering trade between the Caribbean and Africa, according to Agriculture Minister Samuel Duggins. Speaking at his ministry's quarterly press conference at the NEMA building on Thursday, April 3, Minister Duggins highlighted the MOU's potential to enhance agricultural cooperation.
That MOU really embodies trade between both regions. What we endeavor to do through this MOU is connect or reconnect what has been a historical route of trade. We have learned about it as part of our existence here in the Caribbean region. And we learned about it through the idea of the, as I call it, the Great Triangle. We are now reimagining that, and we have dubbed it the transatlantic bridge, coming off of the idea of the transatlantic trade. And that transatlantic bridge will facilitate trade with the continent of Africa into the Western Hemisphere. St. Kitts being at the center of that trade, as the hub of that trade in the Western Hemisphere. Part of that will mean developing logistics sites on the island that could facilitate trade. And it's not just one-way trade. We're talking about trade to and from across the Atlantic.
During the press conference, SK Newsline inquired about how the trade between the Nigeria-based Green Economic Zone, GEZ, and St. Kitts and Nevis would be conducted.
What we are doing is connecting direct trade routes from Africa to St. Kitts direct to Africa. And not just via sea, which is one of the main areas that we are looking at, but we are looking at air freight as well. And so it is a holistic development that is happening. The economic zone, it's almost like a sovereign within Nigeria. And so they are governed by their own tax and trade laws. And we are now able to conduct business with them and them with us.
The agreement established with the Nigerian-based Green Economic Zone, a special economic zone management company, aims to facilitate the development of a state-of-the-art agro-hub warehouse and logistics center in St. Kitts and Nevis, boosting the country's agricultural infrastructure and trade capacity. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
When asked if HIV/AIDS has made a resurgence in the Federation, the Minister of Health, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, said it is not out of control, but a policy demands that any unusual spike gets an aggressive response. According to Dr. Drew, a special response is being undertaken aimed at the younger people. He said, however, there is an attitude that HIV/AIDS is just like a chronic disease. Dr. Drew attributes this kind of thinking to the availability of treatment for HIV/AIDS in the Federation and believes that education about the syndrome be elevated once again. At the time of his comments, Dr. Drew was hosting the roundtable with representatives of the news media.
We have been out there much more at the school level, doing more testing and so forth in specific demographics to make sure that we continue to deal with it. HIV is not rampant and out of control in St. Kitts and Nevis. But we are so sensitive and we are so open with the data that anytime there's a little spike anywhere, anything that we don't like to see, we are going to call attention to it and we are going to act aggressively. So there is no out of control of this. However, I want to say to our people that HIV/AIDS is still real. Some people are taking it too lightly sometimes and say it has become a chronic disease because of the good medications and so forth. Asking people to safe practices still. Condoms should still be used. Abstinence is still an option. And therefore, our people will have to take responsibility. But education helps. And so we have really increased our strategy, our outings in terms of meeting the community, in terms of testing and so forth. And you'll see that being done robustly. But not just for HIV/AIDS, but for preventative medicine in general. Our people, we need as a people, all of us need to take better care of ourselves.
Meanwhile, the National AIDS Secretariat recently obtained the services of 2 experienced nurses who have joined the HIV rapid testing team at the Bastia Health Center. Glenn Bart reporting for SKN Newsline.
Juice in the city. Juice in the city. Juice in the city. Juice in the city.
Praise Fest, the annual unforgettable praise and worship experience, happens on Sunday, June 22nd, 2025. Save the date.
Your favorite TV shows are just a click away with TVC Plus at tvcplus.live. Stream our 24-hour live programming. Catch the latest episodes of TVC Originals on demand. Enjoy premium pay-per-view content and so much more. Watch on any device, TV, laptop, tablet, or smartphone. Visit www.tvcplus.live. Stream, watch, enjoy.
The SKN Newsline website now offers you more news. Log on to www.sknnewsline.com for local, regional, and international news. You can also watch the latest newscast and keep abreast with news in sports, all from sknnewsline.com. That's www.sknnewsline.com. News at your fingertips.
The Ministry of Sports has provided an explanation for the delay in renovation work at the Kim Collins Stadium, which resulted in the postponement of the Federation's two marquee scholastic sporting events. At a press conference on Thursday, April 3, Minister of Sports Samuel Duggins stated that extensive preparatory work was required on the running track before it could be relayed, causing a significant delay in the project.
Now, that track was laid in 2008, correct? The track was laid in 2008. And at that time, we had used Mondo. And since then, having that track there, it was only when we took that track out to replace it, we recognized the true damage that was done. The entire drainage under that track was completely blocked. And so there was waterlog that was eroding the track from beneath. That we only saw when we got in to the foundation. We had to go and repair the entire drainage. And then, in repairing the drainage, we also recognized that quality has to be the top priority. And so the time it took to lay every layer was very detailed.
He further noted that an increase in rainfall in January contributed to additional setbacks.
Remember, a lot of this is adhesive. Using adhesive in water is a problem anywhere around. And so when rain falls on that, it hampers them almost for a whole day, even at this layer. But the layers before, it hampered them for 3 days. Because once the asphalt got wet, the moisture is retained in the asphalt, and you can't apply the adhesive on the wet asphalt. So you have to allow that to dry. Imagine that happening 3 times. That's 9 days. Imagine that happening 10 times. That's 30 days. And you see how the effect is compounded. And so from January right out of Carnival, we had a whole series of rainy days, some time lost. Got back to work. Another series in the middle of February, some time lost. And so while we are still working to get it done, and while I know that there are dates on the table for both meets to still occur and to still happen at the facility, there has been some delays. But the delays were unavoidable. The team is working every day, and we are ensuring that we get a quality track done. But what must be said as well is that had this been done when it was supposed to be done, we would not be here today.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Sports, Valencia Sider, highlighted that work on the pavilion roof and seating uncovered major structural issues that needed to be addressed as part of the renovations.
On the pavilion itself, if you realize, it's a whole new roofing. When we took down the old, the rusted, the rotted, the old roof, all the wires just fell down. We did not know that, like, the wires, there was no, what the technical would be? Like, conduits. Like, yeah, I mean, an electrician may know. There was none. So we had to get all of that fixed before. Lots of situations that we did not expect there, because we had a time frame. We thought that by the end of the year everything would have been finished, because on the surface it looked like you only needed to put on some paint here, take out some chairs there and put them in. But then when you took them out, for example, the chairs, we have new chairs. We took out the old chairs, between, what do you call it there? Between the seats was like this space. It was like, so when rain came, the whole downstairs would have been flooded. So that now we had to correct all of that. As the minister said, our aim is to have a facility that is of standard, a facility that next year we don't have to come back and do this. Regrettably, the delay has caused some inconveniences.
Both Minister Duggins and Permanent Secretary Sider emphasized that SKN Athletics preferred to host the scholastic sporting events at the Kim Collins Stadium, which is why an alternative venue was not considered. As a result, SKN Athletics announced that both the Rams Primary School Championships and the TDC Interschool Championships have been postponed until further notice. Renovation work at the Kim Collins Stadium is ongoing. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
Accounting firm Maitland and Associates has joined Creston Global, a leading global accounting network, to create Creston Eastern Caribbean that will provide services to St. Kitts and Nevis and other Eastern Caribbean countries. The new accounting firm was launched at a ceremony held 29 March 2025 at the Palms Court Gardens, attended by Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Jeffrey Hanley and guests from the public and private sectors. According to the firm's managing partner, Franklin Maitland, Creston Eastern Caribbean will reflect the commitment to high-quality services and a broader reach through its network of experts.
Today marks a new chapter as we officially join Creston Global, a respected network of accounting and consulting professionals headquartered in London, England. We couldn't have been more thrilled to welcome you here to share this milestone as we celebrate what lies ahead. For almost 15 years, our firm, MMA, has been committed to serving our clients with the highest standards of quality, integrity, professionalism, and timeliness. Those values are deeply rooted in our work and have defined every interaction, every report, every recommendation we have ever made. Today, I'm proud to show you that these core principles remain unchanged. What is changing, however, is our reach, our resources, and our ability to provide an even broader range of services to meet the evolving needs of our clients. Joining Creston Global presents tremendous opportunities. It provides us with access to a vast library and the collective expertise of over 25,000 professionals worldwide. This partnership enables us to introduce new services such as internal auditing and data analytics, services that are increasingly essential in today's data-driven business environment. Our team will also benefit from extensive training opportunities, enabling us to continually enhance our skills and deliver world-class solutions to you our valued clients.
Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Jeffrey Hanley congratulated Mr. Maitland on his progress, encouraging clients to support local and regional firms.
To the leadership and team behind Creston Eastern Caribbean, particularly managing partner, Mr. Franklin Maitland, your courage, dedication, and strategic thinking are worthy of commendation. This launch would not be possible without your unwavering belief in your team, your values, the power of transformation. We thank you for including the government in this celebration, and we reaffirm our commitment in supporting a business environment where innovation is rewarded and excellence is celebrated. To the representative of Creston Global and Creston Bahamas, we thank you for your belief in the potential of this region. Your presence here, but we heard that they weren't able to make it, is not only a gesture of support, but a symbol of meaningful collaboration. And to all the clients, stakeholders, the future partners in this space, I encourage you to continue trusting in the strength of local and regional firms like Creston Eastern Caribbean.
Creston Global is an international accounting firm that provides advisory and accountancy services to a wide range of business enterprises. The UK-based firm comprises 150 independent accounting firms spread across 100 countries. Glenn Bart reporting for SK Newsline.
National Home Loans. Get your dream home. All could be yours. Walk through the door. Come take what you need. Get you the keys. All could be yours. What you deserve. National Home Loans. Get your dream home. Get your dream home. Your dream home. National Home Loans. Get your dream home.
National Home Loans. Home ownership made easy. When you're with National, you're home.
Cheers to the city. Cheers to the city. Cheers to the city. Cheers to the city.
Praise Fest, the annual unforgettable praise and worship experience, happens on Sunday, June 22nd, 2025. Save the date.